Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, and King Dio. I just got done reading Attack on Titan Volume 34. I have officially finished the series. I have read every single volume. I have gone through the entire story from start to finish, and I liked it. Like, problems with the series aside, the same problems it's always had, like the out of nowhere character motivations and like the convoluted nature of the plot. Other than that, I still generally think this is a 10 out of 10 manga. Loved everything about it, including the ending, the extremely controversial ending, which I think a lot of people in the community, a lot of the people in the fan base are just livid about. I really enjoyed it. Rather surprisingly, I had a lot of problems with like the general setup of the final arc. I didn't think it had a reason to happen the way it did. I think it tried way too hard to be dark. I think there were so many better alternatives to what they came up with, but I don't think they built up the idea of just Eren doing his thing, going through like post time skip Eren kind of thing. I think Mikasa throughout the entire manga could have been built up more as, I suppose, the protagonist of the entire thing. That is so strange. The ending puts so much emphasis on Mikasa and Armin as characters, despite the fact they never really feel like they come into their own as characters in their own right. They're all kind of like following behind Eren. That's kind of the theme of their characters. I think is that they kind of follow Eren in their own ways, and that kind of carries all the way through the ending, and they kind of go on to live their own lives, which is really cool. I think the ending to Attack on Titan did a really, really good job of just kind of emphasizing the themes of Attack on Titan and like just showing you that life is worth living. There are things worth fighting for, and sometimes you're going to have to do terrible things in order to make that happen, right? That there are things. Life is cruel, but it is also beautiful, as Mikasa so eloquently put it back in the day. And I feel like the ending did a really, really good job. Surprisingly so, considering how much I didn't like the final arc in general. Like the artwork declined in quality, the characterization was all over the place. There were lots of out of nowhere plot twists. There were all these this and that kind of problems with it. But like all in all, like generally speaking, I found myself like really surprised with how much I liked the ending after the final battle. Like after we kind of get like a nice little ribbon tied on it, and like for all intents and purposes, I'm very very satisfied with the series as a whole. I liked what I've read, right? Like, I have problems with it, obviously. I have criticisms, but generally speaking, I still very much enjoy Attack on Titan. One of my all-time favorite things, and I think I will go ahead and recommend it to people in the future. Lesbians aside, it's not that bad of a franchise in general. And for the record, on the subject of, maybe this should be a topic for another video, but I have to give like major props to the author Isayama for really handling the controversy regarding the ending like a fucking champ. Because I've seen some interviews like in the past couple of weeks before I even read the final volume, like about the reception of the ending, because I was thoroughly convinced the ending was terrible going by discussion online. But Isayama really stood his ground. Really emphasized that like everything was how he wanted it. It was everything he wanted it to be, and reading it, I really got that impression. Like he really did what he wanted to do creatively when it comes to this work, and to that I tip my hat to you, sir. You are a fucking genius. You are a mad lad. You are the chaddest of chads. You produced a great manga, far better than shit like Berserk, far better than shit like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, far better than like all this other stuff, far better than Evangelion. Like you have won a lifelong fan with this work, and I will always be a fan of Attack on Titan.